All right, let's dive in. If you're a founder or an entrepreneur in Warner Robbins, Georgia, you already know this place is just buzzing with opportunity. But how do you take that brilliant idea of yours and turn it into a truly protected asset? Well, that's exactly what we're going to tackle today, giving you a clear roadmap to lock down your innovation. So this is the million-dollar question, right? You've got the spark, you've got the drive, the innovation is there, but now comes the really critical part, building a fortress around it so you can actually grow with confidence. We're going to break down exactly how to do that right here in the heart of Georgia. Okay, first things first, let's talk about what we're actually protecting here. You're not just sitting on some idea. You're an innovator in a really unique business landscape. And understanding the true value of your creation, that is the absolute first step toward defending it. And you know what? That spark is so valuable. It's the foundation for everything you're trying to build. Protecting it isn't just some legal checkbox you have to tick off. It's a core strategic move that really secures your future. So let's put on our strategist hats. To build a strong defense, you've got to understand the battlefield. So, we're about to jump headfirst into the specific industries, the economic forces, and even the legal quirks that give Warner Robbins its unique flavor. And listen, this isn't just background info. This is your secret weapon. Okay, take a look at this. It really maps out where the action is. I mean, with Robbins Air Force Base right there, aerospace and defense, it's a huge deal. But don't sleep on the healthcare sector, which is exploding with new medical devices and telehealth solutions, or the massive role of logistics. The real question is, where does your idea slot into all this? And check this out. This is the fuel for your fire. Warner Robbins has this incredibly stable economy, mostly thanks to all that federal investment. What that means for you is that you can tap into state and local incentives, things like R&D tax credits and grants, to help pay for the very patenting process we're talking about. Okay, now this is super important. This is where knowing the local playbook is a total game changer. The local court system, the Middle District of Georgia, can be a powerful friend to have. It's known for being pretty favorable to those key local industries. But, and this is a big but, it's kind of a double-edged sword. To use it to your advantage, you absolutely need someone who knows how the judges in this specific district tend to think. Remember, your idea isn't just floating out there in space, and your strategy shouldn't be either. Being so close to Atlanta, that opens up this massive network you can plug right into. You can team up with universities for research and development and use the local Chamber of Commerce to connect with peers, mentors, maybe even your future customers. All right, now that we've got the lay of the land, it's time to shift our focus inward. We're moving from spying out the territory to construction. It's time to actually start building that IP fortress, laying one brick at a time. Think of this as your 4-step game plan. First step, you got to do an IP audit. Basically, know what you have. Second, analyze your competitors to see where your opening is. Third, make really smart patenting decisions to lock down that position. And last but not least, you have to keep an eye on things because this world is always changing. And this is the goal, right here, a watertight patent application. These days, modern tools, even AI, can run these insane searches for what's called prior art, which is just a fancy way of saying, has anyone else already done this? You combine that with predictive analytics, and you massively boost your odds of getting that patent approved. Okay, so you've got the map, you've got the blueprint. What's missing? The architect. You need a legal guide who can help you pull off this strategy without a hitch. And seriously, this might be one of the biggest calls you make. Just listen to this for a second. The best partners don't just know the law. They get your tech, they get your business, and they get where you're trying to go. That kind of deep alignment is what turns a simple legal protection into a real competitive edge. So what does this perfect partner actually look like? Well, the truth is, just being a good lawyer isn't enough. The magic really happens where two different, but totally essential types of expertise meet. And boom, here they are. On one hand, you've got the legal chops. That's table stakes. They have to know patent law cold. But on the other hand, and this is the real game changer, is the industry expertise. Does your attorney actually understand your specific scientific field, your market, your competitors? That's the secret sauce to a killer patent strategy. All right, so the big question is, how do you actually find this person, this firm? Let's give you a practical toolkit for making that call with confidence. Seriously, use this as your checklist. Don't just skim the testimonials. Really dig into the case studies. See how they've solved problems that look like yours. Check out their experience in your specific industry. And look at the attorneys themselves. Do they have the PhD or the engineering degree to actually understand what you've built? And hey, don't just stop at the first Google search. Jump into those niche industry forums where people give you the real story. And of course, tap into your professional network for those trusted recommendations. The perfect fit is definitely out there. And just like that, we've come full circle. You started with that little spark of an idea, and by getting the lay of the land, building a smart strategy, and finding the perfect guide, you've hammered it into a real, protected, and valuable asset. So let's end right back where we started, with your incredible innovation. Now that it's protected, you have the freedom and the solid ground to focus on what you're best at. The question isn't, how do I protect this anymore? The real question is, now that it's safe, what are you going to build next?